All right, gang. Welcome to a brand new Time-lapse Millionaire. I started this one when I was pretty sick, and just wasn't really happy with utilizing the same map we've been utilizing and everything else. So I decided to restart it. Whether that's the right answer or the wrong answer, the right choice or the wrong choice, here nor there, I decided to change it up. So we are doing a new map. We're starting over from scratch. We have a little bit less money than we started with. We have a little bit less of a loan than we started with, and we're going with a different approach. I'm going to be talking to you right now, obviously. I'm popped the camera on as well, which I don't do very often, so there you go, you got that. But once I'm done talking to you here and kind of walking you through the rules and everything else and how this is going to work, I'm going to go off camera, and it's going to be a time-lapse from that point forward. It's also going to be a time-lapse moving forward for every other episode. So some of you aren't interested in that, and that's perfectly fine, but some of you are, so it's a bit of a bonus for you, with the exception of this episode. This episode is going to come out in the morning. Let's see, it would have been Wednesday, I guess, Wednesday morning. But moving forward, this will just be an extra video that will come out sprinkled in occasionally from time to time. So what are we doing? Well, we're going to start with peas. So we own Field 10, and then we own this land right here. Now, we do own some equipment, so $160,000, but we start with some equipment, which is different from how we started the other one. We've got a green bean harvester. We've got a Case 185 tractor, pretty nice. We have a water tank, which we might be asking why we have a water tank. You don't have anything for water yet. You're right, I don't. And we also have a trailer. And finally, we have a gas tank. That's it. We own nothing else. No sheds, no house, nothing. We're going to figure out a way to be able to survive with only that. Only that. Now, the growth here, it's not ready to harvest yet, but we're not really concerned about days in this series. So we're going to be able to jump through different months, different days, whatever. Not really going to be worried about that at all. We're allowed to jump around as much as we want in this series. So not a big deal there. But to start off with, we need to put down a house because we can't jump days if we don't have a house, right? So we're going to start with putting down a house. Now, we don't have a ton of money to spend here, so realistically, we're going to put down probably like a tent or maybe this small tiny house. I really don't want to spend all this money on here because we do have a $500,000 loan that I talked about, right? So I think let's just put down the tiny house for now. We can change it, obviously, later. But for now, we'll put down the tiny house. I think I'm just going to put it here. That'll work. And before we flip to the next month, let me show you the settings we are running. So we are running 5x scale. We can change that as we need to as well. We are running on hard difficulty. Traffic is on. Seasonal growth is also on. 1 day per month. Fixed June month. Snow's on. Crop destruction's on. I do have periodic plowing and Fieldstone off. However, lime and weeds are on. Disaster destruction rather, is also on. Everything else is as you would expect. It's all normal and then off for all the AI worker stuff. That's what we're going to run with. Now, the goal here is really we've got to pay off the $500,000 loan, which, if I can get to the right spot, $500,000 loan. And really, we want to become a multi-millionaire, just like we did when we started the other series, or the other version of this, before this reboot. I guess you can call it a reboot. It's only 2 episodes, so I really don't know if I would call it a reboot or not, but we have to make multiple millions of dollars. 1 million is not sufficient. We got to at least get to 2. Realistically, you want to get to probably 3 or more. So that's the goal here, right? So we start with a little bit of money, but that little bit of money is really only going to help us with the ability that, we've got loans, right, that we're going to be incurring every single month. And we're doing peas, so that's something new that we haven't done yet. So I wanted to try something different. I feel like most of the series right now, all I'm doing is the same thing. So I wanted to try something a little bit different, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to skip until it's time for us to harvest that field. We will harvest the field, take the money we get from that harvest, and we'll see what we do with it. Whether we're probably going to sell it immediately because we need the money. But we're going to have to buy some kind of drill, right? We're going to buy a drill to put back in there. We're going to buy some drill for the peas to put back in the ground. Peas back in the ground because that's the only harvester we currently have. All right? So that's what we're going to do. So it might be a little while. Actually, it's not a little while at all. It's already ready to harvest. There's only 1 month. That's not bad, but it is raining, so we are going to have to wait a little bit because of the rain. The rain should be done, let's see. Well, it says anywhere between now and 10 o'clock. So if we skip to 10 o'clock, rain should stop. Perfect. And we're good to harvest. So, real quick, before I go off camera and we go into a time-lapse, If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button for me. It helps me out a ton. Like it, all that good stuff. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you're excited for it. And let's get started.